Item 10C, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a contract change order with Interstate Grading and Paving, Inc. in the amount of $68,200 for the Sneath Lane Pavement and Bicycle Lane Improvement Project.
Good evening, Mayor, Mr. Mayor, and members of City Council. The construction contract for this pavement and bicycle lane improvement project was awarded in April 2011. Two pavement treatment alternatives were included in the contract bid document. Alternative 1 was to spot repair and slurry seal. Alternative 2 was to mill and overlay. The less expensive alternative 1 was recommended to City Council, and it was approved based on two factors. First was the design engineer's payment assessment and limited project budget as appropriate in CIP. The original assessment concluded that approximately 20% of the roadway within project limits require base repair. In the process of pre-construction field work, in order to reach a agreed upon square footage work and payment for the contractor, staff field marked the areas requiring base repair, and the field work result indicates 85% of the roadway requires base repair. Though alternative 2, originally included in the bid documents, is a more expensive payment treatment method. However, it is a more appropriate method due to the field findings. Contractors submitted bid price for alternative 2 was $202,200. Using the contract bid price alternative 2 plus the increased asphalt quantity and the additional work, the price would have been approximately $220,000. However, the negotiated cost for the work is $212,700, which staff determined to be a reasonable based on the extent of work and the cost of asphalt. The contract was awarded in an amount of $144,475. In order to perform the modified road work, a change order of $68,200 is necessary. Staff consulted with the city attorney and confirmed that this change order is in compliance with Public Contract Code. If the City Council approves, the construction could start in July 2011 and could be completed by August 2011. With this, staff requests City Council's consideration to approve and to authorize the city manager to execute the change order with the contractor.
Any questions for action? Ken?
Through the chair, even with this change order, is all the funding is through Measure A and grant funds?
The grant funding was, I believe we have a grant fund budget of $75,000 and some changes. Initially, we had asked the City Council to approve appropriation of $100,000 from the street rehab CIP project. The sum or the change, the increase of $30-some thousand, we are hoping that it's going to be appropriate from the CIP project for the street rehab, and I believe there's a we are under budget for the Cycle 1 paving project as well, so we're hoping the final number we can balance that.
The fund utilized for this increase will be Measure A fund.
Mr. Rico?
Robert Rico, 7th Avenue. I'm just a little concerned on, you said initially that it was the city's determination that 20 or 25% of the roadbed needed to be fixed, and then later we find that it's a much greater number. Did we miss something? Are we learning from this? Next time, hopefully we'll come in closer to maybe what actually needs to be done. Why is there such a big difference in what we thought and they are saying that needs to be done? I don't say that anybody's doing anything wrong, but did we miss something, or is there a reason for the discrepancy?
It is obvious that something was missed, and you need to correct your action as you go. It was a very typical assessment made by the design engineer during the design. During the field discovery, became obvious that the subsurface of this road is different than what was the assumption. In essence, over a old concrete pavement was a fabric laid down and then paved over. That really created this very unusual situation in this case, and that reason why was concluded by staff that this would be a more appropriate treatment at this time to really achieve that good quality and higher quality pavement, what is our desire to do so.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say that, I mean, it was budgeted to be a lot higher with just a slurry seal. And so I think we're getting more bang for our buck and a longer life of this roadway by doing this.
Correct.
And just to follow up with the question, I think another answer might also be that, yes, we're mindful of this and we do learn as we move on, and hopefully in the future we could detect these costs so that we have the best estimate possible when it comes forward.
Certainly is our intent to learn from any project, and the learning process will be incorporated in our following projects. I just feel I will just add that I cannot make the commitment that on all of our projects will be everything known by us before any project will start. It is a reality that during the construction project, you sometimes will have unforeseen field condition. It is our commitment to do our due diligence and to try to minimize and to prevent as much as possible.
Through the chair.
Yes?
Can you tell me specifically what the contractor did in their evaluation versus what the city did in their evaluation?
Verification, what do you mean the
Well,
contract?
when we inspected the street and came up with our initial analysis, it was probably, I'm assuming, a visual inspection only. And what did the contractor then do to get a more accurate analysis of the condition? Have they started tearing it up and they're actually looking at what's underneath?
Actually, wasn't the contractor, was us. Before the contract work started, staff went to the site to really mark the pavement, where exactly those, where the base has to be repaired, and during that work was the staff conclusion and not the contractor conclusion that this is a changed situation and the best approach would be to recommend a defense application for this section.
Okay. And with a 50%, I mean, it's a change order, it's 50% of the original contract, why aren't we going back and rebidding this?
Tina Schenk alluded to in the beginning of her presentation that how this project was bid from the beginning was a combined bid award. That means both of those alternatives were included in our bid document, and the combination of those two alternatives was the award dollar, how the project was awarded to the contractor. That means that this alternative already was included in our bid award process. And was no reason then for us to go out and to rebid the process, knowing that this was the low bid received. That was a very high comfort level that this was the low bid, then this would be appropriate solution at this time.
Okay.
And rebidding any project was no reason to do so. And secondly, that really would mean additional cost, administrative cost to go out for a bid and delay in time. But here in this case, really was no reason why. Or
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
obvious reason.
Any more discussion or action?
I'll adopt the resolution.
Councilmember Ibera.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell. Aye. Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Salazar.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.